Hello friends, welcome back. It's time for another video. Today is an update on book 7 and actually an update on all of the books, just to get everyone on the same page, including myself, because I get confused sometimes. There are quite a few books. Let's cut to a graphic. So as you can see here, we're currently working on book 7, which is circled in green if you're not colorblind, but it's circled anyway. And that's book 1 of the Void Arc. My whole series, which is supposed to be 30 books, is separated into 6-book chunks. The Void Arc, a thematic arc, is the second of the 5. The Revenge Arc, which is actually called L'Essor of Two Evils, thanks to Mr. Cody Wayne Morris, has been completed. And then there are 2 prequels. The prequels you can read at any time. They're just neat. Prequel -1 is actually the writing retreat. And if you go back, you'll see some videos on that. That has to be completely rewritten, and I just came up with an idea today, actually, on how to completely rewrite it while keeping the essence, but actually have it readable. There's a lot of negative feedback on that, but that's fine. That's what makes us better. So as far as what's been drafted and feedback and everything, you can see there, pause it if you want. But basically, all the books leading up to 7 have been drafted. And book 7 is the current one. I've received feedback on all of them, except for 7. And I've implemented the feedback on most of them. I still have to implement feedback on 4 and 5, which are Get Down to the Space Base, and White Space, and then again, rewriting the writing retreat. And then there's copy editing that needs to be done, covers, audiobook, all the other things, and then actually publish them. Okay, let's pull out of, oh right. And the whole 30-book series is actually just leading up to the inciting incident for a completely different series, as I may have said in other videos. Actually, I said it was Act 1, but it's actually the inciting incident is what these 30, now 2 books complete once written. Book 7. Where are we? I started it a little bit ago at the beginning of April. I'll actually have to bring up the writing history. That says April 8th. Okay, so April 8th is when I started it. That was day 1 where I wrote the 953 words. And I did share those with you on the Let's Start Book 7 video. Then I took 10 days off. What did I take 10 days off to do? I received feedback on book 0, which is miles away. You just saw that. And I received feedback on the writing retreat from a bunch of different people. The dev editor specifically. Other people got back to me faster than the dev editor because she's very busy. And so I went through all of that feedback and I implemented all of that feedback on book 0, and I cross-referenced some things and did a bunch of other stuff. So that's where those 10 days went. And then from April 18th until right now, every single day I've been writing. The average has only been about 2,000 words per day, which isn't the greatest thing in existence, but whatever. We'll roll with it. Usually I write books a little bit faster, like 4,000 or 5,000 a day. But I've been in a bit of a mental slump. Not writer's block, but like actual depression. I actually felt like quitting writing altogether and walking away from this entire thing. Deleting the channel, screw the books, let's do something else. And I don't mean hobby-wise, I mean back to the other things that I'm already supposed to be responsible for, instead of spending the majority of my time doing this. And I did. I felt like quitting. honestly. And then actually, it was because of the dev editor, the feedback on the writing retreat, which was not positive, but it was professional. And it was that professional feedback and how it gave me an opportunity to look at things like they could be salvaged. Not all the words or anything, but maybe the concept behind it. That glimmer of hope at an opportunity to salvage things is actually what pulled me through the depression on the writing. Now, the sun also came out and things got a little bit warmer, so that helped too. But it was mostly the dev editor that helped with that. And one of these days, I will tell you her name, but today is not that day. I'll check with her too, because she's very busy. So what are we sitting at draft-wise for book 7? It's 17,576. Writing days 9. This is the 9th day, and I still have the whole day to write. I just came out of a Cody stream. That was great. I wrote a bit there, and then I'm on Meredith E. Phillips' Patreon, and she has a Patreon exclusive stream today. I'll be writing in there as well. That's lovely. It's very pleasant. Meredith's super professional. Love her. And if I ever go trad, I'm going to have to rewatch every single video she's ever put out because she's brilliant. Lynn as well. They're wealths of knowledge there. Oh, right. I meant to mention this. I'm sort of reading this. The ending writes itself. It's like a murder mystery. I've done audiobooks on murder mysteries, but I haven't actually read one. And since I'm pretending to write them, I figured I might as well read one. That was in Brielle Cruz's latest video. She doesn't give her last name in them. How do I know that? Brielle Writes, I believe, is her channel name. So she mentioned this, and it's actually written by 2 people, and one of them's V.E. Schwab. And I don't remember who the Clark person is, sorry. But I thought I would read that. The other thing, I am trying to get more into reading, but I can't read while I'm drafting, so I kind of have to sneak it in while I'm revising things. The other thing I did was Kate Kavanaugh. I've been subscribed to her for 2 years, maybe more. I watched videos at the beginning, and then I think I kind of I don't know, I missed out or something. There's a huge gap where I wasn't watching her. And only recently, the last couple of weeks, I started watching her videos again, the recent ones. Like there was a haunted hotel thing and whatever. And I realized we're writing the same things. Effectively, we're writing the same things. I think she's writing contemporary mysteries and I'm writing sci-fi mysteries, but it's the same friggin' thing. So I actually pre-ordered her book, her brand new first ever debut, I believe. Again, I haven't actually watched some of the back videos. Thanks for Watching is the name of that. And I'm really looking forward to reading that. That'll be great. She probably writes far more competently than I do, but I'm heavy on dialogue. Heavy, heavy, heavy. I'm more about the characters, less about the narrator. I kind of hate when the narrator explains what's going on. I'm like, if they're so cool, make them a character. I don't know. I'm wrong in everything that I say all the time. So don't take anything I have to say as advice, but I kind of hate narrators. Unless they're actually sort of a secret character. Anyway, it's just me. So my update on book 7 is we're 17K into, which basically means for me and my style of shorter murder mysteries, police procedural, detective series, or whatever, then I'm around a third, almost a third of the way. I'll be a third of the way into this thing by the end of today. This book, the first one in the Void series, is a little bit on the slower side, and the reason for that is we gotta, if it's the first book anybody picks up, I gotta reintroduce everything, get people used to how the characters interact with each other. The previous 6 books had just sort of carried on one to the other. Individual murder mysteries, obviously, but I didn't really reintroduce the characters each time. This one, I'm taking the time to do that. It slows it down a bit. And I don't want to start off with some murder in book 1. We'll save that for book 6, where we have a bajillion people die. Because I already know how book 6 is going to happen. Book 6 of this arc, which is actually book 12. It does get complicated, which will be the 14th book I've written. Whatever. We're on 7, which is 9, which is 1. Welcome to my world. It's all a mess. I will see you next time. I'm not sure if that's next week or the week after. I will try to keep my spirits up, but thank you for anyone wishing me well. I do try to keep my spirits up, because I think these stories are actually worthwhile. I think the characters are wonderful, and I think people will get a kick out of the contrast between my style of writing and everyone else's in existence. There's a bit of a contrast there. There is. But that's fine. And then one of these days I'll write something a little more of an Asiatic writing style. I think there's 2 forms. Asiatic is flowery, and Attic writing style is more straightforward, simple language. Those are the 2. So I'm more Attic. Straightforward, kind of harsh. Again, because they're supposed to mimic police reports, these books, right? And we have the distance from the third omniscient that sometimes leads into third close, but whatever. That's to mimic space. But all feedback has been that we're actually very close to the characters. And there's a warmth that comes from that. So there's a warmth in space. That's something that I seem to have achieved. That's wonderful. Okay, so we'll see you next time, next week, week after, whatever. Thank you very much for watching, and subscribe if you're in any way interested in listening to this old man talk about his space mystery books. Thank you. Bye.